Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we are answering the question that almost every C Sharp developer runs into when building the web API. So, what is mean by API controller? Most developer just leave as it is because when you started to develop any API, the most of the API, this attribute is at the top, like API controller. So what is the purpose of that? If you remove it, then your API behaves completely different. So in today's video, we need to understand what is the use of API controller, where we need to put this, and without API controller attribute, what we need to do extra. Okay. So what is the best practice for adding API controller? We just try to understand in this video. For example, uh, so here I'm just creating one block for understanding purpose. What is mean by API control? So first we just quickly go through this block. I will share that blog link in video description. So you can just go through it and just try to understand before moving to Visual Studio. Okay, so uh, if you see the API controller is one of the attribute, means suppose when you create a new project, that time if you choose the API, then API controller is automatically added over to your controller. Okay, so what are the best five important for this API controller is, like, this is a class level attribute. Okay, and if you just added this controller into API, then API just behaves specifically. It just transform into modern REST compliant HTTP endpoints. Okay, there are five uh, importance of this API controller, like automatic model validation. So first importance is like automatic validation. So this is our first importance. Automatic model validation means what we just understand in Visual Studio. We just quickly go through this theory. Second is a smart parameter source interference. Third is like a enforce attribute routing. Fourth is the standard RFC 7807 error response. And last but fifth is like a form data inference. And here I also added what is the difference between controller base controller and what is API controller. So I just request you just go through this for understanding purpose. What is controller base? So controller base is a base controller for all web API, which is lightweight, no HTML view engine. Normal controller means it's a base class for MVC app, and API controller. API controller is very important. Apply API specific behavior to classes extending the controller base. So mostly API controller is used if you want to send any data in JSON format or any other format without returning view or without rendering view. That time you need to use API controller specific for only API. Okay, so this is a basic kind of theory. I hope you just go through this. I will share this blog link uh, in video description, so you just understand these 4 points. Now we just understand these 4 points one by one in Visual Studio. So now we are in Visual Studio. So first we need to understand uh, what is mean by API controller. For example, suppose if you just create a one controller like a legacy user controller, so that legacy user controller just inherit the controller base. So now if you see, without API controller, you just mention a route. Okay, so what is our first important point is like automatic model validation. So if you use API controller, then automatic model validation happens. So automatic model validation means, suppose without API controller, you need to validate this manually. So this is an example of without API controller. So suppose you just write this API method. Inside that, suppose if you just getting some data from API body, okay. So this is your TTO declaration, and you need to validate this data. Data in the sense whatever your data. For create user, for example, we need to add a name, email ID, employee ID kind of data. And if you need to validate those input, then you need to put like most model state dot is valid, and for returning a bad request. So in short, for input validation, you need to write model state dot is valid. Means if you not writing API control, so that part is completely removed if you use API controller. Okay, if you see the user DTO, so here this is our model annotation. So for example, uh, we just get this data like name. Okay, so this is my full name. So here I'm just adding valid those data using annotation. For example, full name is mandatory, this is required, and string length, suppose you just restrict the user minimum 50 characters or minimum 3 characters, maximum is a 50. So you just put as a data annotation kind of thing. Next, suppose if you want to validate the email, then this is a uh, email address annotation you can just use to just validate the email, or suppose age kind of thing, then you can just validate using range. So this is automatically done in API controller. Okay, so you not need to write this section. So the first point is that if you want to validate the input, then you not need to use model state.isValid. You had to write this manual check in every single endpoint if you are not using API controller. Okay, so now just another example like using API controller. Suppose I'm just adding API controller, then similar way I'm just inherit the controller base. Now if you add API controller, then automatic model validation and parameter binding inference. For example, you not need to no need to add a model state that is valid. No from body is required because it sticks automatically, right? So that two things you just remove it, not needed. And here one more thing like .NET Core API is automatically written 400 with problem details. Okay, if something went wrong in this DTO, because in this DTO we already add some annotation. So your API method is too clean and very architecture based. Okay, so this is the first point. Next point is like a smart parameter source inference. So in this point, suppose means if you add API controller, then smart defaults are applied. For example, smart default means suppose uh, if your DTO means, for example, you requires you to manually specify, means suppose if you use API controller, then you not need to write from body, from query, from route, or from means it's a kind of a file upload. From form. Okay, so don't confuse this. From form means if you want to upload any file, that time we just use a from form. Okay, so The second importance is like smart parameter source info. So without API controller, you need to just write this thing. If you see here, we just add from body. This is a without API controller. Now with API controller, we just remove that because it automatically gets the value from body. Okay, so this is a the second point is denote that one. Okay, and suppose if you have some primitive types like string, int, so it's just determine like a from route. Okay, suppose sometime what happen, get user by user ID. So you just add those parameter inside the route. So if it's a integer or some kind of thing, then it's automatically get the value from the route. Okay, so second point, I hope you understand smart parameter source inference. Okay, now we just move to third importance, like enforce attribute routing. For example, if you see in RESTful design, API controller makes attribute routing like route API controller is mandatory. If an action method does not have a route attribute defined, then API throw the error. For example, see, this is our without API controller. Now route is common for all. Okay, now we just need to mention specific route for this. Okay, so when you add the API controller, then you need to maintain the specific route. So now our API route is like API user, and whatever user in the sense, this is your controller users, right? And suppose if you want to add any specific route method specific, then also you can just put http post, inside you can just add some routes, or http get, you want to add something, then you can add specific to that method. So this third point is like enforce attribute routing. You can just add some routing inside that specific purpose. Okay, next thing is like fourth point is a standardized like a RFC 7807 error response. So first we need to understand what is meant by 7807 problem. So just imagine like for example, your API just throw the error. Okay, so that error, just imagine it's a 500. So in API, that error is specifically we need to denote to understand by others. In API controller, when any validation fails or any unexception occurred, then API controller automatically format that error using RFC 7807 problem details. So this is a JSON format. When you use the API controller, it's automatically designed using problem details. So inside the problem details, we have some parameters like a type, title, status, error, and something like imagine email field is required. Okay, so this is a kind of a bad request. It's also defined in the same format like a 500 error, also it's displayed in same format, doesn't matter. Now it's showing 400. If your API just throw the 500, then it's showing in the same format for 500 as well. So this is a point 4. Okay, I hope you understand. So here you need to just add a produce, just add that parameter. So that is a always better to just denote the exception handling. That video I already created, you can just go through it and just try to understand those concept as well. Produce error response. Okay, next point is like a fifth point is a multi-part from data inference. For example, just suppose if you just uploading any files that accepting from form data, so API just controller automatically bind multi-part from the fields without requiring manual request. So when suppose you just upload some data from postman, and you want to just add a from form, So it's automatically binds that fields. So this is another fifth importance of the API control. So this fifth five important things which is useful when you just add API control, and that is a beneficial. So this is a very beneficial for us to just adding API controller. So when you just create any API, then make sure your API controller is a design with this attribute API controller at the top of the API. So this is your normal controller, and over that you can just mention API controller. Also you can just put versioning as well, that is better. Okay, route, common route for all these controller methods, and specific route inside a method specific. In this way you can just design. This difference we already understand what is mean by controller base, controller, API controller. Okay, so these five things are very important when you design the API controller. Most of developers just uh, ignore it because it's already there, so they not understand. So I hope you understand now what is the five important things or benefit for adding API controller over the top of the API controller. Okay, I hope you understand, guys. um, the agenda of this video is only just to understand API controller. If you really like the video, then like, share, and subscribe the channel for more information. Thank you, guys. Bye.